ค่ะดิฉันต้องขออภัยพี่น้องประชาชนนะคะคนไทยทุกๆคนที่มีคลิปเสียงหลุดออกมาระหว่างที่ดิฉันคุยกับผู้นำทางกัมพูชานะคะก็จริงๆเป็นเรื่องที่ไม่น่าจะเกิดขึ้นนะคะ
เรียกร้องให้นายกรัฐมนตรีใช้อำนาจในการยุบสภาเพื่อคืนอำนาจให้กับประชาชนในการเลือกตั้งครั้งใหม่
เรื่องนี้เป็นการดำเนินการทางการทูตซึ่งเป็นเรื่องระหว่างรัฐบาลทั้งสองฝ่ายไม่ใช่ปัญหาระหว่างประชาชนสองประเทศ
Sawadika, I'm Nad Bunag and welcome to This Week with Thai PBS World. We begin tonight with the aftermath of the leaked phone call between Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra and Cambodia's former leader Hun Sen. This is actually the first time in recent history that the stability of Thailand's sitting government has been shaken by cross-border disputes. The leak of the 17-minute phone call also came right at the same time when Pheu Thai's main coalition partner, the Phumjai Thai Party, called it quits. Here's a recap of what has happened so far and how it actually threatens political stability.
บอกว่าไม่อยากให้อังโคไปฟังคนที่เป็นฝั่งตรงข้ามกับเราเพราะว่าพอไปฟังฝั่งตรงข้ามอย่างพวกแม่ทัพภาค2เนี่ยค่ะเป็นคนของฝั่งตรงข้ามหมดเลยซึ่ง
The phone call between Thailand's Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra and Cambodia's former leader Hun Sen caused massive shockwaves when a recording of it was leaked online.Perhaps the most shocking was how Paetongtarn addresses Hun Sen as an uncle and calls the army the opposition. Paetongtarn herself claimed to be baffled over the deliberate leak of the conversation.
แต่ตอนนี้ชัดเจนแล้วค่ะว่าความต้องการของท่านจริงๆแล้วนะคะก็เป็นการต้องการความคะแนนนิยมในประเทศนะคะของท่านเองนะคะโดยไม่สนใจว่าจะเกิดความสัมพันธ์ระหว่างประเทศอย่างไรแน่นอนละว่าดิฉันไม่ได้ปล่อยนะคะก็ตามนั้นค่ะก็จะได้เข้าใจจุดประสงค์ว่าจริงๆเราเนี่ยเจรจาเพื่อให้เกิดสันติภาพนะคะก็ไม่ทราบว่าจะเป็นหนึ่งในการทำให้ popularity ท่านขึ้น
Political parties, both the opposition and coalition partners, took turns to criticize the Prime Minister, with many calling for Paetongtarn to resign. People's Party leader Nattapong Rungpanyawut called for the dissolution of the House of Representatives, claiming that the Prime Minister has completely ruined the people's trust in the government.
ผมคิดว่าอารมณ์ของสังคมณตอนนี้สิ่งที่พวกเราเห็นเข้าใจดีครับว่าเราขาดความเชื่อมั่นต่อตัวผู้นำประเทศแต่สิ่งที่พวกผมอยากยืนหยัดหลักให้แน่นนะครับและอยากจะเชิญชวนพ่อแม่พี่น้องประชาชนตั้งคำถามกับตัวเองครับว่าสิ่งที่วันนี้ทุกท่านต้องการคืออะไรผมเชื่อมั่นว่าประชาชนทุกคนต้องการรัฐบาลที่สามารถแก้ไขปัญหาให้กับประเทศได้สิ่งหนึ่งที่ผมอยากให้ทุกคนช่วยกันสื่อสารครับว่าการปฏิวัติรัฐประหารไม่ใช่ทางออกแน่นอนนะครับอย่าให้อารมณ์ของสังคมเลยเถิดไปถึงเรื่องนั้น
The drama was the final straw for Pheu Thai's main coalition partner, the Phumjai Thai Party, who called it quits after both parties had been at odds over the interior portfolio in the next cabinet reshuffle. Interior Minister and its party leader Anutin Chanvirakul chose not to negotiate during the 48-hour deadline set by Pheu Thai to give up his seat and announce Phumjai Thai's departure from the coalition government.As a double whammy for Paetongtarn, political scientist Dr. Thitipon Phakdeewanit says that he feels that the leaked conversation puts the Prime Minister in trouble and takes political stability to the edge of collapse.
I think this is a big disaster with her career and her status as Prime Minister because most people actually started to distrust in her leadership and.We have seen quite a strong feeling against this. And so this is a big problem for the government to deal with. And the opposition's former coalition party, Phumjai Thai, also came out to pressure other government to leave the government, the Pheu Thai-led coalition. Then this is a big problem. So this is a very critical moment for her to go through if she still wants to remain in power.So
what options are left for Paetongtarn? Should she resign, try to stay on with a slim majority in the House, or dissolve the parliament?
I think the best option is to dissolve the parliament because this would actually helped to change her image as well, because she has been trying to argue that she's a new generation, she's a new leader, and the Pheu Thai is also trying to mobilize support from younger generation as well. So then if she actually dissolve the parliament and return power to the people, this would actually set a new political culture in Thailand, that when the leader make mistakes and they resign, and that would be a very good thing for the party and for herself. But I don't think this would be the option that she would take, because the interest of the country is not the priority of the prime minister and the Pheu Thai. It's always the priority. Their priority is always the interest of the Shinawatra tribe.
But if Paetongtarn resigns, there are previous prime ministerial candidates who could take over based on the names submitted to the election commission in the last general election. Namely, Anutin Chanvirakul of the Phumjai Thai Party, Thai-Kasem Nitisiri of the Pheu Thai Party, Phirapan Salirathavipak of the United Thai Nation Party, Prawit Wongsuwan of the Palang Pracharat Party, and Jurin Laksana Visit of the Democrat Party have, however, fewer than 25 MPs, making them ineligible to be nominated for the premiership. Meanwhile, former Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, representing the United Thai Nation Party, has already quit politics and become the Privy Councillor. Nad Bunag reporting for Thai PBS World. And the leaked audio clip of the conversation between Paetongtarn and Hun Sen has also affected Thailand's economic outlook. With Thailand's GDP growth already the lowest among the ASEAN 5 countries, the current government's economic plans could be disrupted if political instability persists. Frank Han-shi joins me now to explain more. So Frank, how might this political turmoil disrupt Thailand's economy?
Hi, Ned. Basic rule here. When businesses, they invest in a country, they do not want to see stability. Since the audio between Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra and Cambodia's Hun Sen was leaked, we've seen Thailand's stock market plummeting. As you can see on the screen right now, Thailand's SET maintained its strength above 1,110 points earlier this week. But when the leak file was released, it took a nosedive to the base below 1,100 points on Wednesday, and the next day it touched 2-year low. And on Friday, we still see some fluctuations and ups and downs. Well, of course, Thailand's stock market reacts to instability instantly. What matters to the society and citizens are long-term policies, and 5 of which are very important to the business climate. The first one, of course, is the entertainment complex bill here, as Pheu Thai Party and Paetongtarn's administration trying so hard to push forward in the parliament, and we will see that deliberation process in July. Another policy is very important for citizens. Direct benefit to them is 20 baht flat fare for Bangkok electric trains. And third one, of course, is very important, far important on international trade, which is the negotiations with U.S. administration on tariff. Because right now, Thailand's products are facing 36% of tariff to export to the U.S. market. But right now, of course, we have that 90-day suspension. But that deadline is approaching, which is at the first week of July. Luckily, we already finalized the first round of negotiations on the ministerial level, and now it heads to the technical level there. But if there's any change or subtle change in the politics, we might see change in Thailand's team, which might result in the original rate of 36%. Another facade I have to emphasize is EU and Thailand FTA. And of course, the negotiation process has been there for a very long time, and the next round will take place actually just next week. So I have the chance to talk to the president of the European Chamber of Commerce, and she told me that right now the political instability continues. The FTA process might be affected too. This is what she said.
On the business side, we That's we also see the experience of that the FTA has been put on hold because of lacking of the political stability in the past. So we would like to encourage that if the political tension at the moment can be eased very soon.
And for your information, actually EU and Thailand FTA was halted due to 2014 coup. And on the political side, Thailand's Foreign Affairs Committee chair right now also in the EU too, to meet her counterparts there to talk about FTA and other issues too. And she also gave me the sense about the border issues with Cambodia. She said that both countries and both leaders should bring this border issue back to negotiation table. This is what she said.
Leaders have to come back to the table and act maturely on what really is the best for both of us. This kind of conflict has been ongoing for years and years. And the question is, why now? This overclaimed area has always been in the hands of defense, and they've been handling it peacefully all these times. The question back to our counterpart, what is the problem? You see,
Right.
It's not benefiting anybody, and
So it is a critical moment for her and for the government to hold the power and maintain economic stability in political chaos. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Frank. Still on the economy, Cambodia has stopped all cross-border imports of Thai fruits and vegetables. Amid the border tensions between the two countries, Cambodian Senate President Hun Sen threatened earlier this week to close all border checkpoints with Thailand and to ban all Thai products if Thai authorities do not fully reopen the border checkpoints, which have been partially closed. This came after Thailand imposed restrictions on the opening hours of several border checkpoints with Cambodia in the past week, as tensions over the border dispute increased. On the other hand, Prime Minister Pathongthach Shinawatra criticized, without directly mentioning Hun Sen, what Cambodia had done as unprofessional and as not good for either country. Eventually, Hun Sen softened his stance, banning only the imports of fruit and vegetables from Thailand. Many Thai fruit and vegetable exporters along the border with Cambodia are affected. These exporters complain that their produce is stranded in their warehouses. Some told reporters that they could not export them to other countries, such as Vietnam, as they also have to use the same border checkpoint to traverse Cambodia. In fact, border trade is actually a significant part of the economies of both countries. Currently, there are 18 border checkpoints in 7 provinces along the border with Cambodia. But there are 5 major checkpoints which both countries use to transport goods to each other. Those are Anya Pratet in Sa Kaeo province. There's also Khlong Yai checkpoint in Tra province, Chanthaburi province, Chong Jom in Surin province, and also Chong Sangam in Si Saket province. But if we look at the trade volume of these border checkpoints, Anya Pratet saw the highest, worth over 14 billion baht during the first 4 months of this year, followed by Khlong Yai, which saw trade worth 10 billion baht, and Chanthaburi, which saw over 9 billion baht in cross-border trade. And according to Thailand's Department of Foreign Trade, the border trade between Thailand and Cambodia during the first 4 months of 2025 was worth 64.6 billion baht. That is an increase of 12.3% over the same period last year. And the top Thai exports to Cambodia are beverages such as packaged UHT milk and soya milk. There's also mineral and carbonated drinks, car engines and car parts, motorcycle parts, and also agro-industrial products such as instant coffee, powdered milk, and cigarettes. Meanwhile, the top imports from Cambodia include vegetables such as dry chips and cassava fruits, aluminium scrap, wire and cables, aluminium products, as well as vehicle frames. And now let's have a look at the other stories making headlines throughout the week in our weekly roundup. The embattled Prime Minister traveled to the Chongbuk border pass in Ubon Ratchathani province today and met with the 2nd Army Region Commander, whom she referred to as an opponent of her government in a leaked audio recording of a conversation with Hun Sen. She said her trip was intended to offer moral support to all armed forces. This is her first visit to the area since border tensions with Cambodia began on May 28th, when Thai and Cambodian troops clashed, resulting in the death of a Cambodian soldier. The Supreme Court has subpoenaed the findings of the Medical Council's investigative subcommittee concerning 3 doctors responsible for the treatment of former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra at the Police General Hospital. The investigative panel found the 3 doctors guilty for ethical misconduct and ruled that there was no empirical evidence to prove that Thaksin was critically ill. The Central Bankruptcy Court has granted permission for Thai Airways to exit the rehabilitation program, paving the way for the airline to trade its shares on the stock market again, tentatively in August. The national flag carrier sought a court-supervised rehabilitation in May 2020 after it had incurred a crushing accumulated debt of 400 billion baht. By the first quarter of this year, the company had repaid about 94 billion baht to its creditors, with the balance expected to be fully paid by 2036. Turning to lighter stories, in light of the ongoing environmental crisis, forest conservation efforts continue on many fronts. Wildlife populations are key indicators when maintaining biodiversity, and this year, the Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Conservation, in collaboration with WWF Thailand, completed their 5th sandbar deer release as part of their tiger recovery project. Shorinya Lim has more details.
As a herd of samba deer bounded back into the wild, it marked not only the beginning of their new life, but also a vital step toward restoring balance to the ecosystem. Today, samba deer face growing challenges as their numbers continue to shrink, and they are currently listed as a vulnerable species on the IUCN Red List. The situation is no different in Thailand's Khlong Lan National Park, where sambars now inhabit only about 20% of the park's area, largely due to heavy poaching, before it was designated a protected zone. Beyond the threats posed by humans, habitat degradation has created conditions less suitable for their reproduction. Samba deer, as hoofed herbivores, play a crucial role in the forest ecosystem, particularly as seed dispersers that help maintain the delicate balance of the wild.
พื้นที่ตรงนี้เป็นพื้นที่ต่อกันชนระหว่างอุทยานแห่งชาติแม่วงอุทยานแห่งชาติคลองลานแล้วก็ห้วยขาแข้งซึ่งเป็นมรดกโลกการที่เอาประชากรกวางป่าเข้าคืนสู่ระบบนิเวศในบริเวณนี้มันสอดรับกับประชากรของเสือโคร่งซึ่งในประชากรของเสือโคร่งนี่มันเป็นสัญลักษณ์หนึ่งของในพื้นที่ที่มันจะดูวัดดูว่าความระบบนิเวศของเรามันมีความสมบูรณ์ขนาดไหน
This year marks the 5th release of samba deer, bred at several centers across Thailand, in collaboration with the Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation, and the World Wildlife Fund. The samba reintroduction is carried out alongside habitat restoration efforts, ensuring the forest provides suitable conditions for the deer to survive and thrive naturally, even though they were initially raised through captive breeding. Besides reinforcing the food web, the program includes long-term wildlife monitoring, smart patrol operations, and community engagement, an intricate conservation approach driven by the participating agencies.
ตอนนี้จากที่ผ่านมาเราทำมาแล้ว114ตัวที่ปล่อยได้ครับผลปรากฏก็อัตราการอยู่รอดเนี่ยก็มีเสี่ยงแต่สิ่งที่ผมคิดว่ามันสำเร็จก็คือกวางตัวที่เราปล่อยครับ จากการเราติดตามโดยกล้องถ่ายภาพเราพบว่าเขาสามารถมีลูกได้ครับนั่นก็ถือว่าเป็นก้าวแรกของความสำเร็จครับซึ่งโครงการเนี่ยมันต้องทำต่อไปอย่างต่อเนื่องเพื่อให้ประชากรมันสามารถฟื้นฟูขึ้นมาได้ทันกับการหมุนเวียนของระบบนิเวศนะครับ
Behind me are the summers that are going to be released soon as part of the wildlife recovery project. Today's release not only aims to restore wildlife to the nature, but also to enhance the biodiversity of the ecosystem here at Khlong Lan National Park. Khlong Lan National Park forms on the upper part of Thailand's Western Forest Complex, or FEFCON, the largest forest complex in Southeast Asia. Long-term monitoring of the tiger population from 2012 to 2022 has documented the dispersal of at least 19 tigers across the area, providing clear evidence that the upper Western Forest Complex remains a vital stronghold for tiger habitat. Within this ecosystem, samba deer play a crucial role in the food chain and serve as key indicators of the potential for tiger population recovery. Following the recent samba release, Laurie Escott, a wildlife expert from WWF France, described Thailand as a promising stronghold for tiger conservation, a place where these great cats still survive, and where efforts to restore their population continue with hope.
So what's important to have in mind is that tiger populations are in Asia, and that WWF Thailand, together with DNP, was the only country in Southeast Asia that was able to recover the population of tigers. The other countries have a decreasing population or no tigers anymore.
In addition to ecological restoration, the project emphasizes long-term sustainability by building community networks and nurturing a spirit of conservation, especially among youth. At Khlong Lan Kindergarten, the Tiger Learning Center serves as a place where young children can learn about and connect with the natural treasures of the nearby forests, planting the seeds of strong environmental awareness from an early age. The responsible authorities told Thai PBS World that the project is set to continue and expand its efforts, demonstrating a strong commitment to protecting nature and wildlife and preserving the treasures entrusted to them. Sarinya Lim, reporting for Thai PBS World.
And in this episode of Walk-A-Tif, Kitipat Sukjit visits a unique art exhibition at which visitors can explore the history of an old printing house in a historic building in Bangkok.
This is a chance for you to create a new vocabulary on your own, as this new exhibition turns everyone into part of the creative process. Welcome to This Page is Intentionally Left Blank Art Exhibition. A historic building in Bangkok, which once vibrated to the hum of printing presses, has come alive again with art, memories, and imagination. This Page is Intentionally Left Blank is a new site-specific exhibition by Yung Lai Collective, which has taken over the 5th floor of what used to be the Thai Vattana Panit Publishing House. It was an iconic site that printed textbooks and dictionaries for generations of Thai students.
We start our research from the dictionary of South Setabut that was published in this building before, and all the textbooks that we learned since we were young, that we know, we all grow up with those textbooks. Yeah. And then we start from that, and then we dig deeper into everything until we find the relationship between the language, people, and power, and then we come up with this mind map. We want this section to tell the people about the foundation of our exhibition.
The exhibition features works by 3 contributors. They each bring a different lens to the building's layered history. First of all, I really like the design of the exhibition name. This one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's a collective design. So we kind of been brainstorming together, and from the concept of this exhibition that we want to highlight on the historical context of this building. So the solution is to show the texture of the wall of the building with a very humble material, just like chalk, a drawing chalk on wall. The first artist we are working with, his name is Thai-Cambodian. He has a background as a graphic designer. So for this artwork, the audience are invited to participate by climbing up the ladder.
Really?
Yeah. So as they climb up, they can grab a dictionary. So for this dictionary, it's a very special edition of the Thai English Dictionary by Thailand.
Very classic one.
This second contributor, his name is Anusorn Thanyavalit. He is based in Chiang Mai. And for this very special project he showed with us, he would like to talk about the unspoken stories and unspoken critical thinking of these times that where censorship in Thailand is very intense. So he works with the writer to write about like the reflection from Thailand. And then the artist transform or decode into a braille letters. This room is used to be a shared space for workers in Thai Wattana Panit back in the days, and we invite Nat Setana to do the very site-specific piece. The piece is showing and kind of like unpacking the layers of time and space. It's more like a multiple temporality that collides together in one space from past, present to future.
So one thing is, I see every room having printer. Is that any meaning?
Yes, of course. So from the concept that I mentioned earlier, that we want to kind of bring life back to this building where it used to be a publishing house. So we want our audience to experience this printing activity in a different way, in a different time. Okay, so we just press the button.
Okay.
Then
so quick.
You get the artwork description from each artist.
Rather than showcasing just art, the exhibition invites visitors to rethink how knowledge is shaped. At its core is the editorial room, where anyone can help create a dictionary, one word at a time.
So we have this section that visitors can come and make their own dictionary. So this is like the way we want to celebrate the bottom up, the voice of the people, like the knowledge production of nowadays. It's not top down anymore, it's bottom up.
The not so modern dictionary.
Yeah, so we want it to be friendly, we want it to be the version, the dictionary version of everyone, that everyone can put their word entries, the word that they want to see in their own dictionary.
Whether you are here exploring old archives or adding your own voice, this page is intentionally left blank. It's not about what's missing, but what's possible. The exhibition is open to the public at Bangkok Khun Hala every Wednesday to Sunday from 2 to 8 p.m. until August 17, 2025. Kittipat Chun Sukchit, Thai PBS World.
And And that's a very unique experience indeed. And if you're interested in this, do check it out. All right, and that wraps up tonight's edition of This Week with Thai PBS World. Join us every Friday at 10:30 p.m. only on Thai PBS. And don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, ThaiPBSWorld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ